Hey guys, Creator Mom. So I was realizing that um, I had an internal excuse uh, for staying in contact um, with the narcissistic parent, and that excuse is, well, there's people in the world that are gonna treat me like shit anyways, so might as well become accustomed to being treated this way because then that'll give me good practice with, then I won't be so shocked when I'm treated this way in the world. Um, you know, like, oh, it's okay that the narc parent just spoke to me like I'm a complete loser and like I'm completely stupid. Because, hey, there's a boss out there who's probably going to speak to me like this anyway. So what does it matter? It's going to be either her or someone else, anyways. This reasoning began to surface. I don't know, I think there's people out there that would probably agree with that reasoning, right? Because it comes from the reasoning of you can't just like abandon people or cut people off because they're difficult or because they're giving you a hard time or they just say mean things to you. Like you have to learn how to deal with these people. You have to learn how to overcome these people. And in some ways, these ideas still make sense in my brain, which is sad because I think, again, it comes down to a sense of worthiness and believing that there are better people to be around, that not everyone in the world is going to treat you like this, so you don't necessarily have to get used to it. Although it is good to learn how to gray rock emotionally difficult people. But to say that you have to put up with that for the rest of your life for a voluntary relationship is nonsense. Because you don't. And if we believe we can receive what we desire, we don't even have to put up with bosses that treat us in abusive ways either. Because that's completely unprofessional anyways. And if we acknowledge our divine faculties and that we can receive what we believe, we definitely don't need to stay in jobs that are abusing us either. We can receive a different place of employment. And somewhere along the way, something or someone like probably accused me of like running, like, oh, well, you can't just keep running. You can't run. We can believe for better. We can have better. We can have better jobs where we're more happy at and stuff like that. I mean, do you believe that you deserve it? I want to believe I deserve it. So, I'll tell you what's not good about thinking that you might as well stay in a relationship with a narcissistic person because somebody else is just going to treat you like shit anyways. And you can't just like run away from them. You just have to stay and practice being treated like garbage. Is that it sets you up. This is where narcissism ties into like manifestation or the law of assumption, is that you will assume now that you will see this character in the world all the time, and it will be a character that you always have to overcome because you've always practiced overcoming this character. This is like, so then you just assume that you're gonna see this person everywhere because this is the way that you've been told that you deserve to be treated, and you should not run away from that. You should overcome that by sticking it out. Um, yeah, you don't want to have that assumption because you experience what you assume, you experience what you believe. So, yeah, we can like do better by, just, you know, whatever you decide, going no contact, you know, which is painful. Or sometimes people try to assume differently of the narcissistic person so that they receive a better treatment. But I don't know. I personally don't really care to sit there and try to believe that the person will treat me differently. I'd rather just assume that, you know, that I don't need to really put up with that and that I get better and I deserve better. Yeah, and assume that I do get better. All right.